how about you?
Pretty good, thank you for asking. Now, what makes you unique as opposed to other applicants?
Well, I've honestly made several great discoveries. I created the first reflective telescope, I determined that light was composed of all colours, and I established the 3 laws of motion and the law of universal gravity, so I'll be able to explain those concepts well to students.
Great, tell me what you're passionate about.
Well, it's obvious that I've always been passionate about the sciences, but I've additionally been infatuated with the works of René Descartes since I attended Trinity College. I also love mathematics, explaining why I previously was a math professor at Cambridge.
Definitely. What would you say is your greatest accomplishment?
I would say my writing Mathematical Principles of Philosophy because it earned universal acclaim as one of the most important works in modern science.
What commonly accepted view do you disagree with and why?
Through my experiments, I determined that light was composed of particles. This was commonly disagreed with, and Robert Hooke openly rebuked my ideas, and we had a very heated correspondence before I had a nervous breakdown and withdrew from the public eye.
What makes you the right person for the job?
Well, as I said earlier, I've made a large amount of discoveries and will be able to teach others well. But also, I know what it means to work hard since I worked on a farm at age 12. I additionally overcame many struggles in my career in science. As I mentioned my disagreement with Robert Hooke, I've also been constantly doubted, so I know how to overcome adversity.
Why do you want to work here?
I want to help students realise their potential and help them influence the world with their intelligence.
Tell me about your work experience.
Well, I used to work as a math professor, but I prefer to teach sciences because I'm more passionate about it and I can feel I can make more of an impact that way.
What can you bring to the company?
I'm a very intelligent person and I'll be able to teach in a very good way. I have extensive knowledge of any topic I'm teaching and I can guarantee I'll do an amazing job here.
Tell me about the time you dealt with a difficult challenge in the workplace. How did you overcome it?
I would have to say my little squabble with Robert Hooke. He disagreed with my theory that light was composed of particles, not waves. He really attacked me and my ideas. I took a break from the public because of this, but I managed to get back on the horse when Edmund Halley, another scientist, visited me in my isolation and urged me to publish my notes. This ended up being my work, Mathematical Principles in Natural Philosophy, which I would say is my most important writing.
And lastly, why are you changing jobs?
I really just think I'll be able to work in sciences better than mathematics. It's just my calling, I guess. I feel I can do more here than my previous job teaching at Cambridge.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Why are you so... Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you for asking.
So, why do you think you are qualified for this job?
I think I'm qualified for this job position because I feel like I evoke vivid reactions.
How so?
I criticise the Christian church and I have strong beliefs that I will always fight for.
What's your greatest accomplishment?
Throughout my life so far, I have wrote over 20,000 letters and over 2,000 books and pamphlets. No matter what consequence, I will always seek ways to get my opinion out there.
Great. Can you tell me what you're passionate about?
As previously stated, I'm very passionate about getting my ideas across. I have frequently risked large penalties by breaking and questioning the strict censorship laws.
So, you'll do anything for a company? You'll do anything for what you believe in? Would you lie for a company?
Considering I have previously lied about many things, I would probably lie for the company in good reason. I have been arrested there and I did not enjoy it at all. In fact, I changed my name to Voltaire to signify my departure from my past.
So why are you changing careers?
Like I just said, I'm trying to move on from the past and like to start new chapters in my life.
Who do you think has impacted your career most?
Isaac Newton has influenced me greatly. As I fought for deism, Newton's world machine helped me build ideas. Newton's idea that a mechanic, which was God, had created the universe like a clock is what I based deism on. God set it in motion and allowed it to run without his interference, and according to its own natural law.
Great, love Isaac and his gravity stuff. So, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from a mistake you've made?
I have made many mistakes, but I've learned that when you make a mistake, you have to grow from it. For example, I will make mistakes just to prove a point and push the boundaries.
So are you more of a leader or a follower?
I'm definitely a leader. I consider myself ahead of my time. When I see something worth fighting for, I will stop at nothing.
That's good to hear. Would you say you are overqualified for this job?
Yes, but I think I will fit into it. With my big opinions and arguments, I think I could make this job anything I want. Just give me something to counter and I will give it my all.
What character traits would you think your friends would describe you with?
Well, I'm certainly a stubborn person, by my track record. People don't tend to like when someone is arguing against something that they believe in. Yes, I have been to jail and I've broken numerous laws, but my stubbornness certainly shines through compared to everyone else.
Great, you seem like you could fit with this company well. What do you like most about yourself?
I like how passionate I am. At Fernie, a commune I stayed at, was probably my most active time in my life. I was patriarch and lord of the manor, and developed a modern estate. However, during my time, I could not be true to myself unless I would have stirred up village feuds.
Do you have words you live by?
I do have a couple things I would say I base my thoughts off of. For example, I like to say, I disapprove of what you say, but will defend it to the death your right to say it. I am huge on human rights, which is why I have argued so heavily against anything that limits it, like the censorship laws. Deism, which I greatly influenced, is a religious philosophy based on natural law and reason. I think that the church has too much power and needs to be separated from the state.
It is good to hear that you have strong opinions. Can you walk me through your resume?
Of course. In 1704, I enrolled at the College Louis de Grand, a Jesuit secondary school in Paris, where I received classical education. That is where I sparked my interest in writing. I advocated individual liberty, reason, and questioned religious doctrines. I got into arguments with authority figures, which led me to exile from France. I wrote many plays and poetry, as well as historical and philosophical works. My life fell into a pattern where I would be welcomed to a new place, then soon driven out. After that happening numerous times, I went to Fernie, where I wrote Candide, one of my best-known works. I've always been good at riling up people with my opinions.
It sounds like you would be a very good candidate for this job. We will contact you soon.
Thank you for having me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.